Alright, grab your coffee, mine's black with a shot of espresso because we're diving into episodes 2 and 3 of Hero without a class. Who even needs skills? And let me tell you, it's like watching an Underdog story explode off the screen with sword swings, snarky banter, and that classic fantasy flair that makes you fist pump at the TV. Picture this, we're 5 years post the gut punch moment from episode 1 where our boy Arel gets slapped with the classless label, no divine gifts, no fancy skills, just pure grit in a world where everyone's handed a cheat code at age 10. But Arel? He's not moping, he's been grinding like a madman, training under his powerhouse parents, the Sword Princess Farah and Magic King Leon, turning his so-called weakness into a secret weapon. Episode 2 kicks off with Arel hitting the road, ditching his hometown for the big city lights or, medieval torches. He's hitching a ride on a merchant carriage, trying to play it cool as a newbie adventurer. But bam bam bashala! A pack of hulking orcs crashes the party, all snarls and clubs, looking like they skipped leg day but aced intimidation class. The two heroes on guard duty? Total flicks, they bolt like cowards, abandoning the carriage and everyone in it. Enter Arel, stepping up with zero hesitation. He leaps out, sword in hand, and it's pure chaos poetry, dodging swings that cut cleaver tree, countering with precise slashes home from years of sweat. No magic blasts or skill buffs, just raw technique, outsmarting the brutes by using their momentum against them. One orc is flying into another, and before you can say Underdog win, the threats neutralize. It's exhilarating, like watching a chess master flip the board on bullies. But wait, plot twist. Amid the wreckage pops up Lilia, this pint-sized fireball of a girl who's equal parts Cinder Gremlin and comic relief gold. Voiced with over-the-top flair, she's got this high-pitched energy that bounces between annoying and endearing like if a chihuahua thought it was a dragon. She tries to play tough, demanding Arel's help, but ends up face-planting twice for maximum slapstick. There's a hilarious bit where Arel, accidentally or not, zones out on her assets, leading to her bursting into tears and calling him a perv. Classic anime humor, but it lands because it's not mean-spirited, it's just awkward teen vibes in a fantasy wrapper. They bond over the scrap, and Lilia tags along, revealing she's got her own baggage, daughter of a fallen guild master who's lost his arm and his mojo. The episode builds to Ted's sword duel where Arel spars with some cocky types, showcasing his self-taught prowess. No flash effects, just fluid moves that scream I've earned this. The vibe. Empowering Underdog energy mixed with light-hearted laughs, like a road trip gone wrong but oh so right, setting up Arel's quest to prove class doesn't define you. Rolling straight into episode 3, the momentum doesn't skip a beat, we're in the city now, and Arel's diving headfirst into adventure life. He teams up with Lilia and a third wheel spoiler, it's the guild master himself, rediscovering his fire, forming the Ragtag Guild Dragon Fan. Why? Because money's tight, and there's this epic guild competition brewing, with a fat prize purse that could keep them afloat. The stakes feel real, Arel's not just fighting for glory, it's about survival in a world that writes off the skill-less. Enter the antagonists, Blackblade, the top dog guild full of smug, skill-stacked jerks who look down on newbies like Dragonfang. It's like the Little League team challenging the pros, but with swords and egos. The big moments hit hard, the competition's a multi-round brawl, starting with prelims where Arel has to navigate traps and foes without relying on gimmicks. One standout sequence has him disarming a trap-laden arena using sheer observation and agility, spotting weak points, tiny jumps like a pro gamer. Lilia shines too, her annoying traits turning into assets. She distracts enemies with her non-stop chatter, setting up Arel for killer counters. There's a heartfelt beat where the guildmaster confronts his disability, inspired by Arel's no-excuses attitude, leading to a team-up attack that's all heart. The climax. A showdown with Blackblade's leader, a swordmaster with god-tier skills. Arel dodges what should be insta kill moves, adapting on the fly, turning the fight into a masterclass on effort over entitlement. It's tense, with close calls that have you leaning forward while hard work trump talent. The vibe amps up to triumphant, with undercurrents of humor. Lilia's faceplants make a comeback and that warm fuzzy of fun family. By the end, Dragon fans not just competing, they're shaking the system, proving classless doesn't mean worthless. Key characters steal the show. Arel's your stoic protagonist with a hidden soft side, his determination infectious. Lilia's the chaotic spark, bringing levity and growth. Watch her evolve from crybaby to fierce ally. The guild master adds depth, a mentor figure grappling with loss. Overall vibe. Electric Underdog fantasy with comedic sings, like if Rocky met a D&D campaign, gripping action, relatable struggles, and that addicted just one more episode pull. Now, let's geek out on the visuals because Hero without a class asterisk is serving up some eye candy with a side of room for growth. Studio CHE handles the animation, and man, when it hits gorgeous. The character designs pop. Arel's got this lean, athletic build that screams trained warrior, with fluid hair whips during fights that add dynamism. Lilia's expressive faces are a highlight. Her exaggerated pouts and teary eyes are animated with such bouncy energy, it's impossible not to chuckle. The backgrounds. Lush fantasy steeples rolling hills turning to bustling city streets, with detailed taverns and arenas that immerse you in this class-obsessed world. Color palettes vibrant too, earthy tones for the road trip in Ep 2, shifting to fiery reds and golds in the competition scenes of Ep 3, amping the intensity. Action sequences are where the electric energy thrives. Those orc brawls and sword duels have a raw, kinetic feel, with quick cuts and impactful hits that make you feel the weight of each swing. Arel's moves are choreographed beautifully, emphasizing precision over spectacle, which fits the theme perfectly. It's not over-the-top explosions, thankfully, no escatrachia, but grounded fights that reward rewatches to catch the subtle footwork. That said, gently nudging here, the CGI for the orcs in it too feels a tad clunky, like they slid in from an older game engine. Awkward integration with the 2D elements that pulls you out for a sec. Some pans during bigger battles could be smoother, they slide a bit too hastily, missing that polished glide. It's not a deal breaker, far from it. This is budget conscious anime doing its best, but tightening those up could elevate the already solid art style to god tier. Overall, it's gorgeous in its simplicity, focusing on character-driven flair over flashy excess, and it nails the vibe of a scrappy hero rising up. View, episodes 2-3 of Hero without a class, who even needs skills. Left me buzzing like I chugged that espresso straight. It's got that addictive mix of heart-pumping action, laugh-out-loud humor, and a message that hits home. Hard work beats handouts any day. I'm obsessed with Arel's unshakable vibe, and a sea of overpowered protests. His journey feels fresh and inspiring, like a pep talk wrapped in fantasy. Lilia's chaotic energy is chef's kiss, adding spice without overwhelming the stew, and the budding team dynamics have me hooked for more banter and bonds. Sure, it's treading familiar fantasy turf guilds, competitions, we've seen it, but it executes with such earnest charm that the generic bits fade away. Honest critique? It could dig deeper into the world building. Why are classes so rigid? Give me more lore drops without info dumps. But kindly, it's early days, and the potential sky high. Crossing my fingers for the series to ramp up the emotional stakes, maybe explore Arel's family legacy more, or throw in twists that challenge his effort-only philosophy. If it keeps this momentum, we're in for a banger season. Dude, if we're nerding at that cafe, I'd be slamming the table yelling, "This is the Underdog anime we deserve." Who's with me for episode 4?